two college radio DJs during the 90s. Hosts Keith and Steve helped expose bands like Nirvana, Pavement, and PJ Harvey. They went to shows, interviewed musicians, and reviewed albums for various zines and papers. They worked security at concerts and once even did load-in for Fish. Now they're dads. Whether you want to explore lesser-known music or take a trip down memory lane, tune into the New Dad Rock. Join hosts Keith and Steve as they navigate the ages together, sharing their love of music across various eras and genres. Always well-intentioned, often well-informed, seldom boring, the New Dad Rock will expand your mind.
Hey, welcome to the New Dad Rock. It's
We don't have to welcome people anymore.
It's Rocktober.
Oh, it's Rocktober? Rocktober!
Rocktober. Yes.
Yeah, Rocktober.
One of the great things about Rocktober is, besides the fall foliage, which is beautiful, is Halloween playlists, man. Oh, little Red Riding Hood.
Man, there was just a full moon the other night. It's so weird out here in the suburbs, man. You know, ever since moving from the city, I can go out at night, look up, and I see stars. It's beautiful.
Are you near wild areas? Like,
I mean, there's deer.
okay.
Is deer wild areas?
I guess there must be some sort of arboretum or something that keeps them safe.
Totally. I'm not sure this is true, but Instagram tells me this, that Philadelphia is the garden city.
Well, and New Jersey's the Garden State.
Yeah, so apparently we have lots of arboretums and gardens around us, and it's pretty beautiful here.
You got married in one.
I did, at one of the ones they listed, Morris Arboretum.
Yeah, and let me tell you, if I was in that arboretum and a werewolf or a vampire were chasing me, I would be scared because that's a big, area of nature and lack of buildings and other people to save you from a werewolf or a vampire.
Okay, what are you more scared of, a werewolf or vampire? I never thought about it. I'm
100%. 100%. A vampire is much more scary.
Really? Okay.
Okay,
And
werewolf only comes out on the full moon. So 25 days of the month, you're not even worried. Second of all,
totally.
How do you defeat them? You shoot them with a silver bullet. Okay, you don't even have to get that close. Vampires can shapeshift. You have to get close to them. You have to have a wooden spike to their heart, so you have to get much closer to defeat them. And they're definitely sexier.
Why are they even competing then? Can a werewolf even beat a vampire? But it seems you're right. Vampires seem way stronger. Here's the thing: if the vampire is going to give me eternal life, then I might be fine with the vampire, and a werewolf's just a pain in the ass.
Do werewolves have eternal life? Is that part of the deal with a werewolf?
No, they don't. No.
So they can die of natural causes too, in addition to the silver bullet?
Okay, last year you gave me a Halloween playlist, and it was amazing.
Right.
But there was 600 songs on it? There was a lot of songs.
There were a lot of songs. And you can still find this on YouTube and on Apple Music, by the way, dear listeners.
Check out the links in the thing below.
Or just search for them. You can find them. The New Dad Rock account on YouTube, which we have 2 videos and playlists. You can find it.
Yeah. And one of them is the Halloween playlist. So obviously it's easy to find. But do you have some favorite Halloween songs?
Of course I do. That's a ridiculous question, don't you think? We're 60-something episodes into a podcast talking about music, so of course I have opinions. Do you?
Oh, I know you have opinions. Yeah. But here's the thing. So I was trying to come up with my Desert Island top 10-ish Halloween songs, and
oh man,
none of them are really Halloween songs.
So say you're on a deserted island by yourself. It's Halloween. Do you dress up?
Totally. I'm dressed up as Tom Hanks in that movie with the volleyball.
If you even have a volleyball. He was lucky to have a volleyball, I would say.
Oh my God. What was the volleyball's name?
I don't know. Wilson. It was Wilson.
It was
the brand of volleyball.
Wilson. A Fish song even. That's cool. Okay. So here's the thing. I was listening to Halloween playlists the last couple of days, and not very many Halloween songs are actually scary. But
Yeah, I don't think
What's the scariest Halloween song you have on your list?
What's the scariest Halloween song? I mean, the scariest stuff I listen to is not necessarily a Halloween song. Like you said, it's like the crazy metal or some industrial stuff, like things that I like to play very late at night. So we're jumping in at the tail end, I guess, of a would-be playlist for Halloween. But I put on like Skinny Puppy, the song Rivers, which is from the album Rabies, which if any of that made any sense to you or didn't, it's very disturbing. So
disturbing is good. Okay, I see. So Halloween songs should be disturbing. But there's songs that are not disturbing that are Halloween songs, like The Great Pumpkin Waltz for, Snoopy and Charlie Brown, Peanuts.
Yeah, and also I wouldn't say that you should put the disturbing music on a playlist that you're having at a party. Maybe sneak it in later. But, if I was to put together a playlist, and as Keith mentioned, we have, I would, start off, you always want to get people on your side right from the beginning. So I would do something like a classic. I know you like classic songs.
I do.
But I would do like Sinatra Witchcraft, like a nice little loungy song. You're getting to the party, you're getting into it, and you've got this nice little beat that you can snap along to and have your first drink.
Dude, okay. I don't remember that song off the top of my head. I'm going to listen to it. I like, my favorite Xmas songs are also old school or classics. I mean, so Monster Mash would be my intro that get people on my side song.
Right. I mean, Monster Mash it has to be played. It's one of those
Totally.
songs that you have to play. But what you could do to mix it up and do the new dad rock style is to do a cover. Like, I always really liked the Misfits cover.
Of course you would. I mean, I think the Smashing Pumpkins and the Beach Boys, and most importantly, Alvin and the Chipmunks, also tremendous holiday song singers, did covers of Monster Mash.
Monster Mash, I think, has to be on there. But there's one song, and this might be a controversial opinion, but one song that I think you like a lot and would definitely include on your playlist is Thriller by Michael Jackson, but I wouldn't play it.
Thriller I would include, but only because it was like the first video that was Halloween video. Like, I don't think people who are younger than us understand what music videos were like when they first came out, the first 5 years or so.
Like the event that it was when Michael Jackson Thriller came out, and then when they the 17 times they played it per day after that. Every time it came on, you had to watch it.
Well, it's the extended version too, right? Like, there's the single they play on the radio, and Vincent Price is in that a little. But there's like the extended version when they're doing I'm doing the dance right now. You can't see me because we're talking on audio. But like, you've seen that reenacted over and over again for years.
Right.
Like, yeah. I mean, that was the first Halloween video. I mean, maybe not. But
it wasn't just a Halloween video. It was a horror movie, and it was like a huge budget. They were few and far between, but this really took it to a new level. And
wait, hold on. Oh yeah, sorry. I was gonna say werewolves, vampires, or zombies, because that was a zombie thing, right?
Those
undead.
Yeah, those are zombies. Zombies don't even compete with werewolves and vampires. They're just
because
fresh brains.
Outrun them?
That's
they're fine.
They're not formidable.
Okay, sorry. Fair enough. That's fair.
Zombies
right.
is a metaphor for children, right?
Oh, I thought zombies were a metaphor for most people.
No, it's children. They just keep coming after you. They're relatively harmless, but they want to suck your brain.
Bullshit, really?
Yeah. Like, think about how much your children drain your brain.
No. I understand. My question is, really? Like, I never heard that before in my life. I'm 49. My kids are 12 and 9. Really?
Well, now you know. And think about it.
Hey, man. This is why I think that our podcast should live under the educational section of Apple Podcasts.
I thought it was under self-help.
It's something. It's something.
It's definitely
all right.
something.
So okay. So you start with something. Get people on your side. So Sinatra's Witchcraft, Monster Mash by any of the dozens of people who've covered it.
Right.
What else might you start with?
I like Heartbreak Hotel, the Nick Cave version. So Nick Cave, just if you know him at all, you know his aura. He's very
murder ballads.
He's very dark, mysterious, and of the night, clearly. And his take on Heartbreak Hotel, which is already a little slinky song by Elvis, it takes on a sinister feel to it. So that's a good way to get into the mood. I talked about Thriller. I mean, you don't. I'm sure you're going to go to multiple Halloween parties, so you get to hear Thriller at all of them. But to get your Michael Jackson fix, I would do Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell.
Oh my God. Somebody's Watching Me, again, not something I'd say is necessarily a Halloween song, because he talks about the IRS is watching him, but it is scary.
It's definitely creepy, and that's the thing
creepy.
You said.
Okay.
Like a lot of these novelty songs, like a Monster Mash or My Son the Vampire or things like that, Purple People Eater, they're goofy songs, and they're kind of schlocky, but like I said at the top, like what I like to hear that's scary. Nick Cave, spooky. Tom Waits, creepy. A lot of goth music is very creepy, and that's the type of stuff I want to hear on Halloween, not necessarily Ghostbusters theme song.
Yeah, I did have that on my list originally. Then I listened to the song again, and I was like, no. I mean, it has the theme in the title. It's got ghosts, and the movie's cool. Sorry, the background between the Ghostbusters is that they wanted you listen to the news to re-record like I Want a New Drug, re-record it like spooky for Ghostbusters theme, but then like they wouldn't do it, so they got
Roy Parker Jr.
Yeah, and they're like, rip this song off. I think that's what they said. I even think they settled and got some money for it. Oh yeah,
Huey Lewis makes royalties off of Ghostbusters because they meant to sound like him.
Yeah, and I think the reason they lost was because they actually ask them first, and they asked them to rewrite the song that way.
But another artist that successfully sued people that ripped him off was Tom Waits. Like, I think there was a Cheetos commercial that totally sounded like Tom Waits, and a similar situation. They had asked him to do it, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing it."
Do that.
And then they went out and did.
Don't do that.
Exactly. So. But Tom Waits, he's a great. I mean, I think I've said it before. Any playlist you do, a Tom Waits song can fit in there somehow. But he's got a creepy offbeat feel. But my favorites for a Halloween playlist would be "Tain't No Sin," which is from the Black Rider, and it's got William Burroughs doing some vocals. I
saw that play in San Francisco.
Yeah, he actually has 3 albums that were made into plays. So there's The Black Rider, there's also Alice, and there's Blood Money. And the one for Blood Money, Kristen and I saw at BAM, Brooklyn Academy of Music.
Nice.
That is probably my favorite live performance I've ever seen of anything. Tain't No Sin from the one you saw, The Black Rider, and What's He Building, which reminds me a lot of, do you remember the movie The Burbs with Tom Hanks?
Someone at work's trying to get... No, I haven't, but people at work, now that I moved to the suburbs of Philadelphia from the city of San Francisco, I've had multiple people tell me to watch that movie, and I haven't yet. I didn't know Tom Hanks was in it.
And Corey Feldman.
I know him. He was in Lost Boys.
You absolutely have to watch The Burbs. And yes, The Lost Boys. Talk about a great story. Like, half that soundtrack you could put on a Halloween playlist.
Well, yeah, because it's vampires in Southern California. I get it. I'm scared already just talking about it.
What's sexier than that? But they can drop down out of the sky. Like,
dude,
werewolves can't fly. I mean, they may be fast. They might have better endurance.
I mean, you had me at werewolves only come out 2 or 3 nights a month. Like, after that, like, you can just lock yourself up. Go inside. That's not a problem. What I noticed when I was trying to put my top 10 or so Halloween songs together was a
your
lot
desert
of songs
island Halloween songs.
Totally, they were not. They're not Halloween specific. One that I thought of first is Time Warp. Yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show, man.
I mean, horror is right in the name, so that counts.
Totally. Yeah, like people will understand now when everyone can be everything. But like that was released in 1975. I probably hear the song for the first time in the early 80s. I don't even understand the movie. I probably see the movie in the early 90s. Like I don't even get it. But like
that era, the late 70s and early 80s is I feel like a lot of the songs are from that. I feel like it was really scary back then. There was like nuclear war hanging over everyone's head. The economy and inflation sucked, and
I think people just. I think it was just cocaine for too long.
Yeah, well, I mean, you go from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, you go to the reggae scene, like Stranglers. This town is coming like a ghost town. Like that's a great.
Well, no, you're the serial murderers then, right? Like, isn't that the Summer of Sam and all that stuff?
Sam, yeah.
Summer of Sam, yeah. All right, what's the
Scariest
scariest Halloween music? Or that's not Halloween music, but what's the scariest music that you listen to?
The scariest music I listen to is like Aransi Pazuzu, which is guys like doing guttural moans and music that sounds like you're going up down a roller coaster and screaming inside your head.
That's interesting.
So Aransi Pazuzu I would not put on a Halloween playlist.
Maybe you're right. Maybe scary and Halloween don't have to equate, like the Great Pumpkin Song and like Alan Parsons Project doing the Fall of the House of Usher and other Alan.
Well, I think early 80s, like 80, 81, that era of goth, like Bauhaus, like that stuff is spooky.
Yeah, I mean, if any genre of music was Halloween music, it's definitely goth. And like on my list of songs, Halloween songs, I definitely have Of Lilies and Remains, which is a song by Bauhaus from 1981 off the album Mask. It has a couple other songs like Hollow Hills and Passion of Lovers, which that whole album is, all of Bauhaus could be a Halloween playlist.
I mean, their most famous song you're overlooking, Bela Lugosi's Dead.
Oh, I know. It's the one you get into first.
Yeah. But I really like on making a playlist the contrast and the sweet and the sour. So you have the goth bands, you have The Cure, Spider's Lullaby, you have Bela Lugosi, you have even Portishead, stuff like that. But you need to have fun stuff that's kind of kooky, like we're running with the shadows of the night. Pat Benatar.
Oh, I love that song.
Everybody knows. Yeah. Everybody can sing along. Good song. And it's like, it's not exactly Halloween, but it's creepy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And
Weird Science by Oingo Boingo, also the 80s, by the way, is something that...
Yeah, Weird Science, all that kind of stuff. It's Halloween adjacent.
Halloween adjacent.
And, another good one, Donnie Darko, which culminates, spoiler alert, at a Halloween party.
It does.
I hope I'm not giving too much away.
No, it's not giving anything away.
You should see that movie if you haven't seen it.
Oh my God, totally.
But the thing is, they have some cool songs in there, like The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen.
Oh, I'm not sure that's the one I would have picked. I would have picked People Are Strange, which is a cover of The Doors, but I love... Echo and the Bunnymen were some of the first actual records I had back in like 87, 88. There is one song I sing all the time. It's a stupid song, but Pet Sematary by the Ramones. I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery. I live by a pet cemetery. When you come visit me for the first time, I'm like, it's around the corner, and the way the houses are spread out, I'm probably 3 to 4 houses away from a pet cemetery. And I don't mean a pet cemetery with like 10 or 100 pets. I mean thousands. And by thousands, I mean like, from the road, I can see like 1939 to 1946 Rover. Or whatever, or General from like 1918. Like, it's been a pet cemetery for 100 years.
Sometimes dead's better.
Dude.
Anyway, back in the 80s, what I listened to a lot of was metal. I think that's been mentioned. So there's a ton of great metal songs. So like Ozzy, Bark at the Moon, Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden, or even better, Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden. Shout at the Devil, Motley Crue, Children of the Grave, Black Sabbath, the song Black Sabbath, children, any Black Sabbath song, really. The Ripper by Priest, of course, Rob Zombie, all that kind of stuff you throw in there, and it's great for the Halloween party. Plus, it psychs everybody up. For Whom the Bell Tolls, Metallica, like so much evil.
Okay.
The other stuff I like at Halloween is like some classical stuff, like Bela Bartok, which is the kind of the music in The Shining.
Oh yeah,
that's cool. The Halloween soundtrack.
Oh,
that stuff is really cool.
Oh, I agree. I mean, more whimsical, but like Addams Family. Yeah. And that's part of the the light and the dark. So you have to slip that stuff, that upbeat stuff in there every now and then. Jasper today asked me, he's like, "Give me a hip hop song." That's good. Maybe he said rap, but I was like, "Monster" by Kanye West with all the. It has Nicki Minaj on it, who does this killer. It's probably her coming out rap. It's amazing. Yeah, Monster by Kanye West. Awesome.
And there's also Nightmare at My House by Will Smith.
Oh my God. Dude, yeah. Well, right on, man. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I love the playlist you put together last year, and people can check that out in episode whatever. We'll have a link below. But I really like going song by song and really picking our top 10 or so songs. I am more scared of vampires now. Werewolves are nothing. Like, you can shoot them. Like, werewolves are nothing.
And avoid them most days of the month.
like 91% or whatever the math is. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, vampires are the scariest, but also the one I'd want to be. If I was a monster, I think, either that or a billionaire.
Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of The New Dad Rock. Ow.
Steve and I want to wish everyone a happy Halloween. And a safe Halloween. And I hope you're scared, but scared in the right way, not scared in a real way.
The freaks come out at night.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I'm worried about the pet cemetery. That scares me for you.